Today we're going to be talking about binary options, assistant, signals, and dashboard. But before we get started on that, if you go to binaryoptionsassistant.com, you're going to come up with a screen that looks like just like this. So if you're looking for a free strategy, or you need a free strategy, or just interested in maybe trying something different, you can click here and it's going to give you a list of traders that are popular on YouTube and their strategy. So you can go here, click on any of their links and look at the videos that they have created. Will give you settings of how to set it up and how it works. And what I have done is I have created basically MT5 signal indicators based off of the strategies that will actually give you audible sounds and visual alerts based off of the strategy. Now, if you combine that, any of these indicators that you can download, if you combine that with a dashboard, what the dashboard will do, it will stop you from missing trades, and it will stop you from chart jumping looking for trade setups. Okay, so basically you can see the dashboard here, over here in yellows, and it'll give you multiple currencies, OTCs, and it will give you indication of basically the signals based off of the strategy. Okay, so basically now I'm going to jump over to MT5 and we're going to actually see it actually set up and how it works. And basically I'm going to clear all of this out and start over for you so you can kind of see the idea. We're going to do the Boyle strategy. Signals alert is based off of Anna Trader's stochastic strategy, and it has only one indicator with it, and all this works the same. All the indicators that you use, you can try them all out and see which one actually you feel more comfortable with, or you feel that you understand more, or helps you more, and basically give them a test drive. So one of the things, based off whatever strategy that you're actually using, you want to change the time frame. And I know the bull strategy for her particular strategy is using the 3-minute time frame. And then all you do is grab the bull signal strategy and you drop it on there, and it has a bunch of not a bunch, but it has some verbal, some parameters, some inputs that you can actually change. If you don't like it, it give you some different settings. But it's by default, it's set up based off what her strategy says. Okay, and here I'll talk about the stochastic condition in a little bit. And if you also want to change colors of the arrows or whatever, you can do that as well. And also, the levels of the oversold and overbought, as well as the audible sounds and how you get the actual signal alerts. Okay, then you click there, you can see it added them to the screen right here, to the chart, and then you can go and grab the dashboard. Now the thing with the dashboard, first thing you have to know that these will be the listed, and there's a bunch of them you can add, take away, but they will be the list that was in the yellow. They will be the list of the indicators that you will be getting signals for. Now the main thing you have to do is change the BOA signals, the BOA signals indicator name based off of the signals indicator that you're using. So we are using the Boyle signals indicator, so we will basically add that on there, and it shows there, and you will see the signals, and we'll just push the chart back to that way. Now also, we provide documentation of what the setup is, and actually we also provide a profile that you can click on to have the setup, and we have templates. So basically for the bull, if I just wanted to see the signals by itself, because the stochastic indicator is actually not on here, and the stochastic is a part of their default packages. Some of the indicators may use, for example, I can just think of the Keltner one. It's not part of the base package, and you will actually have to, you see it over there, the Keltner 315 is the one that we use that you would have to install. But as far as the template is concerned, the signals would show just the signals, and the one with the dashboard would just show the dashboard by itself. And then if you one that has all, it shows the dashboard and signal together. So I will click on that one so I can see it, and it says something. Again, you can change the indicator, the look and feel, to however you want as well. But you will see this type of look, and you will see a countdown based off the candle. And if you was paying attention, you see that on NZD Chef, you saw that it appeared and then it disappeared. And that's one of the things you have to remember, that this is in real time. This is not giving you an indication based off when the candle actually closes. This gives you an alert in real time, so you may get multiple alerts during the time frame that you're looking at. Okay, so if I would change it to EG here, let's see if I change it. Okay, and grab this and pull this across. You hear that it's refreshing and it's giving you the signal, and it's telling you, and basically it's giving a signal because based off her indicator, if it goes below the 20, that's when the signal is supposed to be to give you an alert. Back to what I was telling you before on the indicator, where on the properties here that you could change it, for example, and all of them are different. It's in the documentation, but for example, you can change this to either 2 or 3. I can't remember which one it is. And then basically what it, for example, it will do is it will give you a signal based off of, instead of it going underneath the 20 or going above the 80, it will give you a signal once the D and the K line have actually crossed. So there's multiple ways that you can set up the indicator to give you a different type of potential strategy as well. Okay, so some of the other things that I just want to make mention again, you have the bar time. That's very useful, and kind of the setup that I actually have. So I'm going to switch screens here and pull up my pocket option screen for you, so you can actually see. Okay, sorry for all of that. I just wanted to make sure everything was set up right. But so for example, this is how I kind of have my screen set up when I'm trading in pocket option. I have the indicators and I have my pocket option overlaying the MT5, and I basically wait till I get a signal. And then when I get a signal of here, I go over here, and then, because most of the time what you do is you go in here and you add a bunch of signals, well, you're actually going to do the high ones, right? And then you're basically, each one you're going through and you're looking and you're looking and you're looking and you're looking and you're looking. This saves you from doing all that. All you do now is just sit back and wait for the signal to appear, and then you make your decision based off that. Okay, so again, you can see all the signals that are coming in, so you can kind of make your decision based off that if you want to enter trades or not. Okay, the other thing, I just want to give you a quick overview, because I did this in MT4 versus, or MT5 versus MT4. So the question may get asked that, I'm gonna turn the volume down on the alerts so they won't be blinging. But I did this in MT5 versus MT4, and the reason why I did that was because in MT5 it gives you the default options of the time frames of 2 and 3, versus in MT4 you get 1, 5, 15, 30, and so forth. So that was kind of the only reason, the main reason, even though MT4 is better as far as when I created the indicators over there, and I know MT4 better than MT5, because once I realized I had to switch to MT5, I kind of had to learn MT5. So I just learned enough to be a dangerous, and some of the pieces I had to get a little help on in order to get it to work, and ran into a couple issues with just the way the MT5 actually works. So I just wanted to actually be upfront and tell you some of those issues, so you kind of know, you won't freak out if you see these situations come and actually work around. So if there's any type of issue and you think something's wrong or something's not working right, all you do is look down here and see if you have a message, or the message may appear in this alert box. Okay, and the one thing is, if you remove the dashboard for some reason, sometimes it leaves the dashboard symbols behind, and the reason why is because it's populating it every second, and sometimes it's moving so fast that it's putting them back on the chart when it already tried to remove it. Okay, so if it leaves it on a chart after you basically take it off the chart, all you have to do is go here, click list all, click on that, and then delete. Okay, and you see it's putting them back just as fast as I'm taking them off because it's running in real time. So that's the thing, when it's automatically trying to take it off, it's trying to put them back. So that's the issue, and that's the workaround of what we do. It's not a big issue because once you put them on, there's no reason to take it off. So the other thing is that if you get an array, a message down here that says array out of range, you also get a message also that says that you need to change the, basically where I was telling you before in the indicators where you needed to change the dashboard name. So if you don't change this to the correct name, if it's still the question marks here, you're going to get that out of range message. Okay. You also may get a 4805, which is if you use the template sometimes, because the data and way it does its history, and this is something that's beyond my control. The way it sometimes it gets gaps in data. So when it does that and it tries to, you put the indicator is on there, and the next day you come in and you try to open it up, it'll say that it's, the data loader didn't get a data loader error, so it didn't load the dashboard, and that's because of the data is basically kind of screwed up. So all you gotta do is take the dashboard off and put it back on, and that clears that up. If you have symbols in Market Watch, and then there are symbols that are in your list but are not in Market Watch, you will get an error. If it's in your list, it has to be in the market watch of the broker that you are using. Okay. Sometimes if you change the currency, you're going to hear doable audible sounds, just like you did a minute ago. You will hear that. Sometimes, like I said, it's moving so fast that you will get a check, and then the check will be gone, and you won't even hear a sound when it puts a check up. And again, a check mark, the green is coinciding with the blue arrows, and the red is coinciding with the red down arrow. Okay, and then obviously the X means there's no signals, and again, the bar time is counting down for you so you can actually see. What else? Am I forgetting anything? Again, yeah. One last thing. The MT5 broker that you use and the binary option broker that you use probably are not going to be the same. So their data is not going to be the same in essence of their prices. So you may look at your chart and the candle that it's printing is not the exact same that is in the MT5. Again, you have to understand they're not using the same quote unquote data source from a distance, structure, all these other things of how far it travels to you and all this stuff to be exactly the same. But what I found out is that it's the majority of the time it's very close enough that I can make a decision or wait. Plus, I get plenty of signals, and that's what you will learn from all these indicators. You'll get plenty of signals in order to decide if you're going to enter a trade or not. But what you got to determine is which ones are the better trades, and that'll help you have more success. So you probably need to add some strategy enhancements that we talk about also on the website, which has to do with price action. So you probably need to learn some of that extra stuff to give yourself a better chance at success. So again, this dashboard works on all of the signals indicators, and if you have any issues or any problems, you can go to the website and send me an email, and I will get back with you and help you as much as I can in order to make sure that this works right and the way it's supposed to. So I wish you the best in everything that you do.